Back, there. Right there. You.
Yes,
You with the hand.
What's the interaction? Is there any kind of interaction between the Japanese studio and the American studio? Do you ever get to meet the actors who did the dubs in Japanese?
Sometimes at the cons.
Yeah.
That's it. Really.
I was at Animazement last weekend. That's one of the most Japan-centric cons there is. They have like 90% Japanese guests. And, you know, I got to meet the voice actress for Kagome and Inuyasha, and the original Trunks from Dragon Ball Z, and it's like, whoa. You guys are the reason we have work.
You're the best.
I love you, man.
Security. Get in the way.
It's alright. Over there, they're like, I voice the friends. I tender.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. One of the voice actors are doing dubs for, you know, the big, you know, Jurassic Park and Star Wars and.
Nobody's ever heard of you.
Yeah, it's like they bring voice actors in to do, you know, the TV edits and the versions you see on airplanes where the cuss words are replaced by generic words, and sometimes they sound totally like the character and sometimes not.
Yeah.
What the fudge are you? That could be a fun gig.
He's going, but I'm gonna kick your ass butt.
It's like, didn't sound anything like Jack Nicholson, but okay. And
Mother flunky.
it's like, hey, here's your $700 check. Thank you, goodbye.
Yeah.
Two questions actually. This one's for both Kyle and Spike. I just got. Not that. Okay. Anyways, when y'all do Bleach, I just gotta ask this because I'm an Ichigo nut. What was it like to work with Jayon Bosch?
Well, again, going back to the fact that we record individually, we hardly ever see the guy.
I was coming out of doing Hanataro, and he was going in to do his thing.
Yeah.
Hey, man, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I gotta go.
that's usually. We see more of each other at cons than we do at jobs. But yeah, as one session's ending and the other one's beginning, we come in, shake our hands, and say goodbye. Hardly get to really socialize unless we're at a con, because everyone's busy.
Get in the booth. No talk.
It's like, come on, time is money, get in there. Okay, sorry.
And the other question I had, and this is for all three of you, how much do you guys usually get for doing an entire anime series?
Not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough. Not anywhere near enough.
I see.
It differs depending on which studio you're working with.
Mm-hmm.
But believe me, it ain't much.
Yeah.
It ain't paying my rent.
It's like, you may pay the electric bill and go out to dinner, and then, okay, wait for the phone to ring, and it's not.
Hey, this sounds like a perfect time to say, buy my book. This is how I'm affording this.
How much?
$10.
Okay.
How to be a freaking genius voice actor, step 1, which I'm also going to have a panel. You got to go see that. And what happens at the con stays at the con. This is good. This is a late nighter panel.
Yeah.
You stay right there, sir. I'll be right with you when we're done.
Whipping out the cash already.
Outstanding. Love it. Just paid for this. Okay. Oh, well, there's a lot of good stuff in these things, so come to all of our other panels and have fun. And somebody ask me a question now, because otherwise it's just us talking.
Oh, there.
Pretty much.
Do you ever watch animes that you're not voicing, and which ones, if you do you like?
I love Hellsing. And I honestly am too busy to watch much of it. It's not because of lack of interest, though. I mean, there's things that I want to watch, and I usually I'll just wait for it on DVD, and then the DVDs come out, and I buy this big, and I have a big stack at home of still in the shrink wrap piles of anime shows. And I'm going to watch this one of these days, and then I'll get around to it when I get around to it. Ghost in the Shell, you know, I like what I've seen of that.
Oh yeah.
And gosh, whatever. You know?
I tend to talk directly with a lot of the animators in Japan, and so they're always sending me lots of cool little clips of shows and movies and stuff like that. They're like, look, this is what we got done last week, what do you think? You know, and I'm like, I love it. You know, so it's like, when...
Which part do I get?
I know. It's like, I'm like always going like, I want to be her. I want to be her. Her.
In that voice.
So I mean, it's like that's what I've been doing lately. But I mean, it's like as far as like anime that I've been like following religiously, I'd say Berserk. Yes. I like the anime. The anime is okay, but I've been like reading the manga like religiously as it comes. You know, it's like from Japan like every 2 weeks. I'm always like reading it, and Rosa Versailles, the new Rosa Versailles movie that's coming out this year. I've been watching that, like little bits and pieces of it as it gets done, and I'm like, oh my god! And yeah, yeah. So.
Everybody had to stop and look at it. It's okay. I was Okay, what was the question again?
Embarrassing moments being a voice actor? Any embarrassing moments?
Plenty.
Oh. Are you talking about at cons or in?
Just anything in particular, like cons or voice acting in general.
I got trapped inside of the sound room once. I was sitting on the high chair, and the chairs are the floor over at Funimation is really cushy. Inside of the sound room, it's like a mattress or something. I don't know what it is, but I was sitting in it, and on the chair, and I leaned back, and I fell backwards, and so my feet were up in the air, and I hit the floor, and the door opens inward, so you can't really, you're trapped. There's like a little tight space about the size of this table, you know. So yeah, that was embarrassing.
Tell about when you popped that guy's eardrum.
Oh yeah, I popped a guy's eardrums.
I've heard the that before.
I was this was when I first started, and I had never screamed for the microphone before, and so they were like, okay, we need some one-up people. Okay, you and you. Okay, you're gonna be, you know, Kenshin's mom, and she's gonna die, and okay, you're gonna be Kenshin's dad, and he's gonna die. I said, okay, cool. Okay, when you see this part, scream. So I was like, okay. So he screamed first, and then I screamed. And when I screamed, I belted it. And they didn't set the audio, like the volume levels low.
Oh, no.
And his scream was like, ah! And my scream was like, ah! And yeah, it's like people from the next studio over, like came over and was knocking on the door and said, is everything okay? And there's like a little foyer area over at ADV where it's like people are sitting waiting for their turn, and they hear this blood-curdling scream.
They kill people here.
And everybody, and people were looking in, they're like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And all of a sudden I look down and this guy is on the ground. And there's blood coming out of his hair. We had to rush him to the hospital. But apparently I popped him. He doesn't do voice acting anymore.
I never hurt any engineers or anything like that. I get embarrassed if because again, we see the script for the first time there at the session. So if I glance down and we do the take, and then the director corrects me and said, it's this, not that. I'm like, oh. And I was like, oh my gosh, are they saving this and put it on the blooper reel? I think that's embarrassing, you know. Or, you know, you get a sudden case of gas. Just out of nowhere. But usually everyone's so laid back, they'll just like, oh, that's nothing, try this. If you guys can be a fly on the wall at a recording session, I mean, no matter what show it is, whatever happening in the scene, we are just cracking jokes left and right and having a grand old time. But we do our best, by God, because we're professionals.
That's right. Except when I'm trying to add the word never mind. I try to put it in every show as I can. As far as embarrassing stuff, another prime time. You want embarrassing stuff? Buy that book, Maggie. Come to my panel. I'll read some of this stuff. There's some crazy crap.